Hey y'all, we are gonna finish up our ocean piece. I poured this yesterday. It's dried, it's hard. And remember I added a little more sand to the top and I said we'll probably soak up the resin. Some of it did, some of it didn't. So that gives us a little more depth in our piece because we have the lighter part and the darker part. That's really gonna give it some depth and layers when we add that. Remember yesterday I said I was gonna brush off any excess? I use a makeup brush. It's super soft. I use this in my molds too if I'm brushing off extra mica or anything that I've painted in there. It's not gonna scratch your mold. It'll just get all the loose little pieces of sand that we don't want off. I don't want to brush the top because I want that to stay. So I'll try to get these little pieces loose and I can just brush it off. All right, that's good. If there's a little bit out there, it's no big deal. Now I'll make sure my brush is good. And I'm gonna put that away because we're done with that for now. I'm going to show you how I'm going to mix up my colors for my ocean, and I'm going to use, I want to try Les Resin's white paste for my waves today. And what I really, let me grab that, because what I really need for my waves, I want to get a top cell paste from, I want to say it's Color Obsession or Color, no, I think it's Color Obsession's got it. That has a top, that's a navy. Trying to find my paste to see which one has, okay, and I don't see it here, but I will show you what I'm talking about. And it's something, if you've ever watched Artist Till Death, Erica and Jeff, they use Color Passion and Color Obsession. And I'm almost sure it's Color Obsession. Has a top cell activator and they also have bottom cell activators. But what does an activator mean? What does that even entail? An activator means that it has a chemical in it that will activate cells. You know how you get cells, you spray alcohol and you can get celling, or lacing it's called? Well, Color Obsession has that built into their paste, which is what Erica uses for her waves, and she is definitely an expert in ocean pieces. So I am going to order some of that and we'll be able to see the difference with that activator in it, how it sells the waves out when you apply heat. All right, let's get our resin ready. Where are my gloves? Got to glove up first, right? Got to stay safe. So I told y'all I was going to be doing videos like 3 times a week. And I'm trying to come up with some really cute names for like Monday, Mix It Up, or Mix It Up Monday. Or maybe we, combine 2 things and do like some experiments and see if it'll work. Tuesday will be like Test It Tuesday, because I am gonna do like a UV test between epoxies. Today I'm using the Teexpert crystal. I really like Teexpert. They're very affordable. I haven't had any issues with them. I can't complain at all. So I'm a big fan. And I am measuring because remember we measure resin by volume, not by weight. Only measure your resin by weight if it tells you to do so on the bottle. Like the Pure Cure, I don't know if you've heard of that, or any of the like magic powder, the ones that are like resin-crete or plaster, those require weight between powder and water. So only if it says measure it by weight, measure it by weight. If not, everything else is by volume. So as long as I have equal parts, that's all that matters. It's gonna cure just fine. All right, so that's good there. I'm gonna wipe that down because I don't want my lid to stick. And I only open one bottle at a time, because if you open your hardener bottle and your resin bottle at the same time and you switch out the lids, you're gonna have a problem there. It's not gonna be good, because residue from one is going to start curing what's in the lid, and you're not gonna be able to get it off. And I always pour my hardener in first because it's thinner. So I pour hardener and then my resin, and I stir until there's no streaks. And I will probably fast forward through this part for you guys, because who wants to watch resin be mixed, right? So I'll just fast forward until I'm ready to start mixing colors and separating them out, and show you how I get my ocean colors. All right, there's that one out of the way. Now we're gonna pour in the resin. Make sure you're storing your resin that's not in a cold place. If you work in a garage and it stays pretty cold, I would think about bringing your resin into the house and storing it somewhere inside. Because if your resin gets cold, it can throw things off for you. It can take longer to cure, harder to mix. It might not set right. All right, so I am going to mix this and watch my time. Make sure I scrape all the sides and the bottom and the spatula, because I want to make sure it's all incorporated and stirred in. Okay. All right, our resin is mixed. You see how it's clear? There's no streaking. There's some bubbles, but that will take care of itself. Let's get our cups ready. You know, I want to do it's not going to take a lot, so I'm just going to use these. It'll be fine. So I want to do, I'm just going to do 3 colors. And of course I need some white. And I do, let me get my, y'all know I gotta have my wipes. So let me clean off my, well, come on, spatula, and it will be ready for the next time I need to use it. I wipe my tools off as soon as I'm done, so that's easy. Okay, now I'm not going to use the paste because I don't have the activator. I was going to use this paste if it had activator, but it doesn't. So that's fine. First of all, I'm going to need some clear, not very much, for my waves. I'm going to need some white for my waves. Now, I'm going to divvy this out for my 3 colors that I'm going to use for my ocean. I really don't want, oop. I really don't want a lot of dark on the back. So let's talk about how we're gonna mix this. I decided I'm gonna use the, well, let's use the navy. I'm gonna use navy for my deepest part. And I'm gonna put that here. And I'm using transparent inks because I wanna see my board. These sticks are acrylic from Artist Till Death. They cut them out on their CNC machine. Beautiful. This is way too light, so I need to add more. I really want it dark, and I might add a little paste into this. We'll see how it turns out. That's much better. Much better, because I want the dark still. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of paste in there. You see that, beautiful? And anytime I use a paste, I stir the jar because I want to make sure that it's all mixed up good. And then I'm gonna wipe my stick off because this doesn't take very much at all. Look, you can already see how dark. It doesn't take much at all to get this incorporated. Set this to the side. I really want to get this paste in good. Now, see the difference in that? That's what I'm looking for my deep end. Because you're not going to be able to see, right? Nope, can't see the shallows. I'm gonna put that over there. I'm gonna wipe my gloves off. I look like I've been to the Charlie Chocolate Factory. I'm gonna turn into a blueberry. Another reason I keep wipes close by, so I can keep my gloves clean. I'm not mixing colors. Oof. All right, that's a hot mess. All right, I think we're good. All right, let me put the lid back on this. Okay, now that is our deep end. That's ready to go. And now for my transition from dark to turquoise, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put turquoise, but I'm gonna add a drop of black to make it a darker turquoise. And then here will be lighter. So let me show you how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add my turquoise. I'm not gonna add a lot in that one. Boy, I'm just getting stuff everywhere. I'll put the blueberry away. Let me get, ooh, my sticks are stuck. All right, so I have another one. So let's mix this teal. Isn't that pretty, y'all? We need to be in the Caribbean right now, huh? Toes in the sand. All right. And I think I'm gonna let this be up here, my lighter tone. And now I'm gonna add a couple drops of black to make that a darker teal. And I'm gonna add some more teal in here too. That's probably 6 more drops I put in there with that black. And now we're gonna stir that up. See how darker that is? But it's still teal, it's not black, it's just a darker teal. And that's what I want. All right. So, I'm gonna do it like Erica does it. She just pours it down and mixes it up, because you want to transition and blend your colors, right? So, let me get this all off the sides. Wipe my stick off. So it's ready to use again. I'm gonna set these to the side. Set this, move my stuff out of the way that I don't want resin spilling on, like my wipes. And I wanna move this closer. I want to move it more forward because I don't want let's see if that will, yeah. I don't want it coming off my table into my lap. So what I normally do is I will prop things under my puppy pad to keep it curved up, so when resin comes off, that it's not a straight fall into my lap, but it's curved back up and it will puddle back where the cups are that I have it. So here we go. Let's just start with our deepest part. And maybe we're gonna add some to transition through here. I don't want heavy lines. I want my heavier lines up here. Okay. Let that work, and I'm just gonna smooth it. You can use your glove if you want. And smooth it to the end, so it's all covered. Now I'm gonna go with my darker, and I'm gonna let it run together. Like I said, I want that transition. See how it's closing up? Resin will self-level. When you're pouring on a canvas like this, it's going to level out. So if I pour in a thin line, it's gonna like join together and level itself out. It's gonna meet. right? So let me I'm gonna have to put something back here. Oh, I know. I can use my hands. There we go. To keep that from pouring over. Now we're up to our lightest. Now, let me get my handy dandy wipes ready because I am going to use my glove finger because I want to, and I'm just lightly blending these. Okay. Now, something else that you can do is, you know, I like to say let gravity do the work. This is an instance that you can let gravity do the work. Lift it up and tilt it, right? Tilt it back. See how it looks more natural like that? So I'm gonna use my heat gun on low. I'm gonna pop these bubbles that are here. And just remember, when you use a heat gun and you heat up your resin, it thins it out too, okay? So I don't wanna put too much heat on there. In fact, I'm just gonna hit it with my torch. This is a brulee torch. And that's it. Because I need to mix up my white for my waves. And this is a white paste by Let's Resin. It doesn't take very much of this either. I've been really impressed with their paste because it's the first time that I've used their paste. I wanted to try them out and see. So you can see it incorporates really well and it's opaque, and that's what we want. I don't have their ocean white, or I would use that for waves. Like I said, I really am gonna I want to get the Color Obsession, the top cell white, and I'm gonna show you what and how that would work. So my white is mixed, and you can do this a few different ways. You can pour your waves right now, which I'm gonna do some, and then you can come back after you've let this set a little bit. You can come back. I want to get that out. You can come back and add more waves as this sets up, so you have like a 3D effect. There's a Dawn dish soap. Gosh, here we go with my words. A Dawn dish soap technique that will allow you to place foam down. We'll do that in a different video because really like doing that after the piece is cured. So after this piece is cured, we'll come back and I'll show you how to do the foam on your piece to give it like a 3D effect. But when you're making your waves, you want to start with a clear line. And that is because you don't want to put your white in your color and blow your color. It's going to mix it, so it'll be like a baby blue. If you have a clear line, one, it gives it some height, but two, it allows the white to stay white. So let's just do, and I start off the canvas where I want my first wave to be, and then I go behind it with white and pour white along behind that clear resin. And now I'm going to use my heat gun this one. Maybe I want these waves blowing back on shore. Alright, now we can pour another one. I wanted some color on the shore. So let's put one here. And then where's my white? There. And I usually pick a direction the way I want my waves to go. And that is what I work. And you can move your heat back and forth. Bring on high. See the difference in that? And now, again, I'm going to use gravity. All right, and we'll put one off in the distance. Maybe it's just a little one that comes up here. Right? See how it's starting to foam up a little bit? This clear, I want to pour on my sand. Not all of it has to be covered, but I want that water look. Boop. Get rid of that one. But you see how these are selling up? Hold it up so you can see. You see how they're selling? That's heat. That's doing that. And remember, resin shrinks as it cures. So what your piece looks like right now is not what it's going to look like when you come back. But I want to add another wave, and I'm just going to pour, where is it? I want to add another one here, and I'm going to make it there. Now I'm going to hold straight up and down. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm done with it. So we're gonna let it cure, and then I'm gonna come back and I wanna add some foam to the sand line here. So it's like foamy crashing against the sand. What I did wanna talk about real quick is a couple things, other things that you can use if you don't have sand. Epsom Salt is really good. I use this for my geodes too. It makes amazing geodes with crushed glass. And I don't know if you saw or not, but to get a little sparkle on your sand, you can add just a little bit. And I mean like a little sprinkle, not a lot. I only open it to one hole of white glitter, just to give a little sparkle. So if someone has this hanging on a wall and maybe the sun hits it, they're gonna have that little bit of sparkle coming from this white glitter to make it glisten. So that's it, y'all. That's how we make an ocean. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something from it. Like I said, we'll come back once this is cured, and we'll do the Dawn Bubble Foam to add a 3D effect. And we may, once it's cured, add some more waves to give it more depth and more 3D to it there. But I hope you like it. Let me know in comments what you learned. What your favorite thing was that you learned. I'm gonna torch it one time. I don't want to put too much heat on this because I don't want to cause my resin to run off. So there we go, it's done. Leave me a comment, make sure you like, subscribe, do all the YouTube-y things so other people can learn too. Until then, happy arting. Ta-ta for now.